live from Florida's Winter Market 2014, and we are working with Chris Burkard, traveling the world, covering surf, covering life, as it may be, right?
You could call it that, yeah.
You are, and so you work within the surf industry, which is not necessarily in this room, but you work with a lot of companies out there that are here. Goal Zero is one of them, I understand.
Yep, absolutely.
Who else are you working with in the room?
Cliff Bar and Zeal Optics and the guys at Mizu, and just kind of all the brands sort of seem to intersect these days. You know, I feel like everybody's kind of branching out and wanting to go farther and deeper, and for me, that's kind of what the business that I'm in.
Okay.
Going is to the ends of the earth, you know?
Yeah, and so, and how old were you when you picked up your first camera and started pointing it and snapping those pics?
You know, I've only been shooting for about maybe 6-7 years, picked up a camera after high school, after doing some art, and I was like, man, I don't want to be stuck on some hillside. I want to be, you know, I realized I could be in the water surfing and have this camera, and all of a sudden I'm not on land, I'm in the action. So you're just as, you know, just as involved in the action as the surfer or as somebody else. So it's like just as important that you know and you have your crap together as they do, because you're swimming around in like 10-foot surf with no board and anything with a 10-pound camera, and you just have to make it all come together. You know?
Well, very exciting early in your career to be getting such great success and to be amassing such a great following.
Thank you.
Tell us about what we're looking at here. What is this?
Oh, well, I'm stoked to kind of finally have this thing out, but this is this book called Distant Shores, Surfing the Ends of the Earth, and it's, in a lot of ways, it's just basically a picture book of kind of some like photos that tell these stories of these distant, remote coastlines, yeah. Alaska, Iceland, Norway, Russia, you know, Chile, right here. Just, I guess, all these places that I've been to and that have inspired me and that I kind of wanted to put out to inspire other people, because that's kind of the business that I'm in. It's all about just wanting to get people off the couch and into the world, you know.
And is this your first book? Have you done this before?
This is actually like my 4th book, and but this is definitely the first of this kind. It doesn't really follow a story or some long, you know, like text. It's just pictures, you know. So it's something unique.
And that's what you do. And so as far as sharing pictures, one of my favorite things I'm into these days is Instagram.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So I love following you. I'm a big fan of your work. I believe you have 95,000 followers, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Maybe another 1,000 after this interview. We'll get you to 96. Maybe we'll get to do 100,000 as a result of Live from OR.
Yeah.
But what do you find that's so pleasing about sharing your stuff on Instagram and putting it out there?
I'm stoked you asked that, and that's kind of the funniest thing that I find is that I feel like there's this you know, the kind of the older guard of photographers is so private and coveted about their work, you know, and for me, I want to share it. And even if that means like putting out an A+ image that maybe won't get published, but I get to let people see it and feel it and experience it online, that's like enough for me. And I feel like I just want to have this network to be able to put photos out there and put these adventures and kind of publish it in your own way so it doesn't get misconstrued by the magazine or someone else. And so it's really cool to have your own voice out there and to be able to put work out there that people can appreciate.
And so what do you find about being important in this room? You know, you're here at Outdoor Retail, you're getting to see your friends. Why are you here?
It's just cool to connect and put faces to the name, you know? Like, I mean, just meeting rad snowboarders and climbers and people that I've followed and watched their films and have inspired me, and yourself, you know, out there. It's like, it's cool to just kind of like, you know, have these conversations and see what they're up to and get a little more connected in the outdoor world, because surfing is a microcosm, you know, and I like to be able to branch out from that.
Well done.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Chris Burkard.
Yeah.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Awesome.
Thanks very much. It's Timmy O'Neill signing off live from OR.
Right.